Hello everyone, I am Vishakha Sherke from Department of Computer Engineering, Universal College of Engineering. Here we will see the example of SVM. Okay, so this question that we want to find the optimal hyperplane for these data points. Okay, 1 1 2 1 1 minus 1 2 minus 1 4 0 5 1 5 minus 1 6 0, and their classification is given to you. Okay, classification means what is output. Okay, these points belongs to class 1 and this point belongs to class 2. As we have discussed that SVM is what? Supervised learning. So output class is known for the data. So 1 1 2 1 1 minus 1 2 minus 1 belongs to one class, that is class 1, and rest point belongs to the class 2. So how you will find the hyperplane equation, hyperplane line equation, and how you can draw? So first you have to draw that point on the with the help of with the help of coordinates, okay, x and y. So if you draw these points, okay, let's take first point 1 1. So this will be our first point 1 1. Okay, then take another point, that is 2 1. So 2 1, that is our second point. Next is 1 minus 1. Okay, so 1 minus 1, it is third point, and next is 2 minus 1. So these 4 points belongs to the class 1. Now plot the second now plot the circle point data points of class. So plot this point. First point is 4 0. Okay, so this is our first point of the class 2. Second point is 5 1. So this is 5 1. Next is 5 minus 1, and next is 6 0. Dear students, there are two different types of examples to be solved by the SVM. First is linear SVM and next is non-linear SVM. Here it is clear that this problem is the linear separable problem. Means what? A single, all these points, the one class is towards the left side and another class towards the right side. So this it is easy for us to draw the hyperplane so that all points can be classified into two different classes. So here we don't need to use any kernel trick. So that kernel trick is I will explain when I will explain the non-linear SVM. Okay, this is linear SVM, so you have to do nothing. Second point is, if you want to draw the hyperplane, okay, then what you have to do, you have to find the support vectors. Now support vector means what? The points near to the hyperplane. Okay, so that you can decide the margin. So it is clear that the hyperplane will lies in between 2 and 4. It will lies here, it can lie here, it can lie here. There are many options, okay, where you can draw the hyperplane. So what will be the efficient? Our task is find optimal hyperplane. Now optimal hyperplane means what? There will be a maximum margin from both classes. Okay, there should not any data point which will lie in between the margin and hyperplane. So for that purpose, find the boundary point. So what data points will be the boundary points for the hyperplane, or the boundary points are known as the support vector points, okay, or support vectors. So let's see. Suppose if you see this class, as these data points are far away from the hyperplane, okay, so these data points cannot be support vector. Similarly, these data points are again far away from the hyperplane, as we can see that the hyperplane will be in between 2 and 4. So take this point S1, okay, this can be act as a support vector for class 1. Similarly, S2, this can be act as a support vector for class 1. Here S3 will act as a support vector for class 2. There is no restriction on selection of the support vectors. Means here we are selecting only one data point, that is enough. Okay, we just want the boundary points for defining the boundary of that particular class. Okay, so write down those support vector. First give them name, that is S1, S2 and S3. Now note down their points. So S1 is 2 1, S2 is 2 minus 1. Okay, you can see here S1 is 2 1, S2 is 2 minus 1, and S3 is 4 and 0. Now we have to find the hyperplane equation. So we have to augment those vector with the help of bias input. As y bias, we want to find out at what offset. Okay, two things we are going to find. First, we are going to find direction of the hyperplane. Okay, that will be represented by the vector w, and we will find the offset from origin, at what distance the hyperplane line is there. So for that purpose, we will augment this vector with the help of bias input 1. Okay, bias is always 1. So what will be the S1 after adding 1 as a bias input? So here you can see this is X, this is Y and B. Okay, you might remember the line equation which you have seen yesterday, which is X, Y and B. Okay, so B is nothing but the bias input. So here X is 2, Y is 1 and 1 as a bias input. Similarly S2, 2 minus 1 and 1. Similarly S3, 4 0 and 1. So this, there will be this, and here we are augmenting these vectors. That's why it will be represented using this tilde symbol. Okay, this is original vector S1 with only X and Y values. We are adding bias input, it nothing, we are augmenting it. Okay, so that's why it is represented with the help of tilde symbol. Okay, so now we have three vectors with us. Okay, now we how to define optimal hyperplane. Okay, in a single answer we are going to find out the optimal hyperplane. We are not going to find variety of the lines equation. So for finding the optimal hyperplane, what we have to do, yesterday we have seen that we will find these coefficients. Okay, and we will see the and we will equate to their respective classes. Okay, here S1, okay, S1 represent which class. Okay, similarly S2 represent which class. So let's see the example. Here S1, of course there are two, whenever we are doing classification, so there will be the two different classes. Okay, class 1, class 2. So here as we can see that all data points, we line, it can be, see there will be two classes. Okay, there will be two classes. So we will divide those classes as 1 0, true, false. Similarly here the classes will be represented as the positive class and negative class. Okay, so we will assume that this S3, okay, class 2 represent the positive class, class 1 represent the negative class. This is the assumption. Okay, this is completely assumption. So so S1 belongs to which class? As right now we have assumed that S3 class 2 represent the positive class, that is a +1, whereas class 1 represent the negative class, that is -1. So S1 belongs to which class? -1. Similarly S2 belongs to which class? -1. And S3 belongs to which class? We have assumed that it belongs to positive class, that is positive, +1. So we will equate this equation. Okay, so the first equation of S1, as it is representing the negative class, so we will equate with the -1. S2, okay, as it deals with the negative class, so we will represent with the help of -1. S3 deals with the positive class, so we will write is a +1. If this example might be like this, where it have only one data point here and here two data points. Okay, S1 is here, S2, S3 is here. So what will be the equation? So S1 you will equate with the negative class, and S2 and S3 you will equate with the positive class. So the equation, it completely depends on to which class that support vector belongs. Here we have 2 points which belongs to the these are the two support vector belonging to the negative class. That's why we have equated with the -1, and there is only one support vector S3 from the other class. That's why we have equated to +1. Now how to form the equation? This is the standard equation. These are the standard equation for finding the optimal hyperplane. just classes changes along just classes changes according to the support vectors. Okay, here, so in first equation multiply this equation with the, no, equation is normal, we are multiplying alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha 3 coefficients to all support vector. In first combination multiply with s1. Okay, in second combination multiply with the s2, and in third combination multiply with the s3. So what will be the first equation? Alpha 1 s1 multiplied with the s1, alpha 2 s2 multiplied with s1, alpha 3 s3 multiplied with s1. Okay, what is the standard equation here? Standard equation is alpha 1 s1, alpha 2 s2, alpha 3 s3. Okay, this is the standard equation. We are just going to multiply this equation by support vectors. In first, as we have 3 support vector, in first we will multiply with s1, as it belongs to the negative class we will equate with the -1. In second we will multiply that equation. Okay, we will multiply that equation with the help of s2, and as s2 belongs to the 1 class, that we will write here -1. And s3 in third equation, as it belongs to the positive class, we will equate to +1. Okay, equation is same, alpha 1 s1, alpha 1 s1, just you have to change the multiplying vector. In first you will multiply with s1, in second you will multiply with s2, in third you will multiply with the s3. It may possible that sometime you have only 2 support vectors. Okay, so in that case there will be only 2 equation. Okay, are you getting my point? So this equation, the equation of line depends on how many support vectors you have, as well as to which class those support vector belongs. Okay, so now what is the next point? You have values with you, that is s1, s2 and s3, which we have augmented with the bias input. Okay, so put all those values in above equation. Okay, put all the values in above equation. So you can see that here we have put alpha 1 s1 value, here we have put again s1, we have multiplied support vector s1 to the first equation. Similarly, second support vector s2 in the second equation, support vector s3 in the third equation. If you solve, okay, solve like normal you will solve. Okay, it is just multiplication of the elements. Okay, so if you solve, you will get this simplified equation. Okay, if you solve normal, it's a normal equation, like 2 into 2 4 plus 1 into 1 1 plus 1 into 1 1. So 4 plus 1 plus 1, that is 6. So that is 6 alpha 1. Similarly, okay, 2 into 2 4. Okay, plus -1 plus 1, -1 plus 1 will get cancelled, so that becomes 4. Okay, similarly here 4 into 2 8 plus 0 plus 1. So this first equation will be 6 alpha 1 plus 4 alpha 2 plus 9 alpha 3, and what that particular class belongs, that is -1. Okay, similarly simplify the second equation and simplify the third equation. So after simplifying, we have got these 3 different equations. Okay, 4 alpha 1 plus 6 alpha 2 plus 9 alpha 3 is equal to -1. 9 alpha 1 plus 9 alpha 2 plus 17 alpha 3 is equal to +1. Now simplify these 3 equations. Okay, you have a calculator, you can put these values in that equation and you solve this simultaneous equation. If you solve, then you will get the values alpha 1, alpha 2 as -3.25 and alpha 3 is 3.5. Okay, so now we will see the remaining example in the next video. Thank you.